Welcome back. This is the second learning video in the Cross the Bridge online course video lecture series. This video is titled The Role of the Teacher and thus focuses on the responsibilities of a teacher in a multicultural classroom and on the corresponding communication dynamics. We will examine the first-hand experiences and recommendations of teachers from different EU countries. Due to today's reality of rising mobility of people in Europe, educational systems of many countries, both those faced with the task of adapting refugees and those striving at integrating first and second generation migrants, are faced with numerous challenges. In 2015, roughly 10% of the EU population were migrants, 5% of whom were under 15 years of age. Many countries leave it up to teachers' flexibility and skills to address the needs of immigrant students. Cross the Bridge project has identified strategies to promote multicultural education and foster effective learning processes for migrant students. Students can be emotionally overloaded and have difficulties with communication. Therefore, a teacher may need to find ways that students express themselves and their feelings. Images, videos, music, movement, and role-play can be useful tools for helping students express themselves in an international language. The Council of Europe has suggested that educators and education authorities in all member states should aim to develop intercultural competence as a core element of school curricula. An important part of education policy is language learning. According to OECD, the integration of immigrant students can be facilitated by academic inclusion and language support. Language is often a barrier to conducting intercultural conversations. Multilingualism is seen to enhance intercultural skills and employment prospects in the globalized world. According to an Italian teacher, a teacher, generally speaking, must first of all inspire confidence in students. If they trust the teacher, they will follow his or her directions and will believe that teachers are working for the same goal: their improvement as individuals. Further to the same teacher, teachers need to be a supporter, a facilitator, a counsellor, a mother, and much more than this. Flexibility is essential, since each student is different to the other. Empathy and authority are the main features a teacher is expected to have, because you must have a friendly, relaxed manner whilst maintaining discipline. Teachers also need to develop teaching methodologies to promote integration at school and improve learning abilities for newly arrived students. According to a German teacher, the role of teachers working with immigrant students is not only that of a knowledge broker, in a classical meaning, but also a supporter and a guide to get familiar with the unknown and sometimes confusing culture of the including society. According to them, teachers need to help and support immigrant students in daily life. Firstly, help with language problems. Speaking, writing and reading. Many students write in Arabic and some are not literate. Secondly, provide psychological support. Many students come to the school without their parents and have traumatic experiences. Thirdly, provide knowledge about life in a democracy with the same rights for men and women. According to a teacher from Cyprus, the teacher must act as a facilitator to building connections between foreign students, locals, and the social authorities. Teachers should engage student groups in social change initiatives serving the interest of them, which gives new experiences and inspiration that is very different from the schools many of them have dropped out from or did not do well in. Engaging teachers improve their teaching methodologies on inclusive education, helping their students accept other attitudes and cultures, and support immigrant students. They gain new experiences, enlarge their perspectives, improve ICT and language skills to help their students better academic results and communicate with other students in the EU. Exemplary teachers know about other EU school systems and collaborate with EU colleagues to compare and exchange good practices. They show students different ways to gain new knowledge. They also improve their managerial skills through internationalization. Here are some guidelines on how to build better communication with foreign students. Try to improve your communication skills. Look past the words and understand the student's body language. Good eye contact is essential to establishing rapport with the students, and good use of gestures can also be effective. Show empathy and compassion. Often, it is not easy to detect the problems students may be having. They may have been exposed to violence, displacement, malnutrition, or detention. Show care and understanding. Talk with students about their problems and explain how you could help. Show respect. Do not harm their honour, the honour of their family, or of their country. Be creative. Use audio-visual, material and games. Grouping students and pair work are useful. Exercise multilingualism. Speaking the language of your students is an advantage, even if it means learning just a few words in their language. Be analytical and set goals. Try to understand the level of performance and identify the learning ability of students. Develop research skills. It can be useful to study the history of students' countries of origin and learn about cultural restrictions, freedom of expression, and human rights. Plan and organise. Set learning goals based on the abilities and needs of each student. Explain the procedure and objectives of the learning process. Inspire. Try to inspire trust with your personality and become a role model for the students. Motivate. Coach, support, and guide students overcome the fear of the unknown. Friendly and relaxed manner of communication will help. Understand group dynamics. Develop methodologies for students' integration into the school environment. You can use icebreakers and team-building activities to facilitate it. Network. Create a network of professionals for advice to support students and their families. Thank you for watching this learning video. We hope you gained some valuable insight. Next time, we will focus on managing challenging situations. We remind you to engage with other course material in this unit before proceeding with the video lectures.